Stoked, the podcast.
We are back. Stoked the podcast, everyone. Yeah, Jacques, Matt, welcome.
Those are back again.
Yeah, bro. Episode 10, eh?
10. We made it.
We made it.
A lot of
Double
yos
digits.
were saying that we couldn't count, but we can, and we've reached 10 episodes. It's fucking rad to see yos again, and we're so stoked to have yos here. If it wasn't for yos, there would be fuck all podcasts. You'd be listening to your neighbors, which is scary, but listen to them. Little over the... Matt taught me a skill, like he pops his head over the neighbor's wall there, and he just has a little listen. So yeah,
Always eavesdropping on people.
Fucking lovely.
Just finding out what's happening. What's
the word on the street? If this is your first time joining us, please check out our first episode. You'll get a vibe for what it's all about. Go check it out from number 1. You'll see what it's about here at Loop Evolution Records, where we are being hosted to have this podcast in such a fucking rare time. Matt,
It's
you
epic,
sexy
dude.
Bliksem.
What's up, boy?
Ach, that's
How
mooi,
you?
man. That's
Lekker.
fucking rad to
Always.
check.
Guys, tonight we have an epic guest once again. We got Richi Kidd. This episode is going to be more holy than your grandmother's pantyhose. So please stay tuned.
I don't endorse that.
More spiritual than the
I don't
Pope on
endorse
Christmas. It's going to get epic. It's going to get deep. So stay tuned. Rich, what's happening, brother?
Namaste, my
Richie!
brothers.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you,
Thank
bro.
you so much for having me.
Yes.
Super blessed to be here.
Dude, shot.
Man.
One way.
Check the threads. I was looking fucking fancy and alles. We're going to have to step it up.
We are.
I just keep wearing clothes that Matt picks up next to the side of the road. So for those who's lost in the threads next to the side of the road, more recycled clothing, eh? Fuck, what happened to
Needs
the...
it. Upcycling.
We used to always have the... Well, I heard about chicks having, like, off the topic completely, yeah? But just getting together and having piles of clothes, and you bring your old threads, and you walk away with some new threads because there's 4 other aunties there that have brought their threads as well. We should
I think
fucking
those,
do that.
should do
those
that.
are called swap shops.
Swap shop.
Yeah,
Swap shops.
there we go.
We should definitely get some men's version of
Key.
that, you know, some sustainable
Yeah.
wardrobes. That's the vibe.
Definitely. I'm
That's the
keen
vibe.
to wear Jacques undies.
And instead of then instead of having to go out and buy new threads because we all want to look fancy and sharp, then you can just hook up someone else's threads. Maybe something to look into, dude. It's fucking super stoked to have you here, bro.
Feels super good to be here.
This is gonna be a
stoked
good
that we
one.
aligned. Stoked that we aligned.
Yes, brother. The
Don't give me
planets
that.
aligned. You're here now. We've been speaking about it for some time. And yeah, let's share the stoke. Let's share your wisdom. Bro, lead us through from day one. You're starting of loving the ocean, being present with the ocean. You know, you've always had this connection with Mother Nature that we absolutely enjoy. You
Yeah.
speak about it a lot.
Yeah.
So where did it start for you?
Wow, well, it's been such a beautiful journey, you know, daily experiences connecting deeper and deeper with the ocean through myself, you know.
Fuck yeah.
What I've found is, like, the ocean, Mother Nature, is a true reflection of who we are, you know, and the deeper the connection to ourself and with ourself, the deeper the connection with the ocean, with Mother Nature, and all that she provides us. But the journey has been such a wild one, you know. It started off in a lot more of like an ego-driven space. I was a competitive surfer, and that's how my connection with the ocean really started, was through escapism. It was a space that I was held in, a safe space that was truly my own, that no one could come and interfere with,
Yeah.
manipulate or direct me in any way. I could just go and, you know, be stoked, be upset, be whatever I needed to be in those moments, and really just process myself, you know. So initially it was really activated through a space of escapism that then evolved into this deep connection, the space of introspection, the space to reflect on myself. And yeah, it's been such a powerful journey. And through the competition, I learned so much about life through surfing, you know, riding the wave of life, and how the waves come and go, and so we cycle in life through the motions of our own emotions. You know, the ocean has taught me that, and still continues to teach me that. But, you know, one day I woke up and I just realized that competitive surfing was no longer a calling of mine, and it was quite challenging, the conversations that I needed to have after that.
Right.
To break it down to my
What with
sponsors.
those around you? Okay,
Yeah, my sponsors, family supported me. I had done community fundraising events where the whole community supported me to go and follow, what I thought were my dreams. And I woke up the one day with zero desire to go and compete. And like there was a whole South African qualifying series leg, qualifying series being the series before the championship tour on the world tour. It was a week before, and I woke up and I was like, I really don't feel like doing this. Like there is no passion, there is no enthusiasm, there is no stoke or drive or fire burning me to go and do this thing, compete in these events. And I pondered it, and I was so nervous to break it to like my support system, but eventually like egged up the courage to go and, face the music and face the motion. And, everyone was so understanding.
Nice.
It was so beautiful. Yeah, it really was. And that kind of took me to more of a self-reflective space where I was like, oh my word, I've been doing this for a decade of my life, but what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like
that's fucking rad.
Like,
It's a crazy journey, eh?
Yeah, what happens now, and that question kind of invoked a lot, a lot of exploration, a lot of meditation, and that's when the spiritual aspects of me started like coming through, and I call them downloading, because they kind of come through the crown and they come into my psyche, and then I get to process this information.
Fucking awesome.
So yeah, I kind of started introspecting and asking these questions, and I had a bunch of cool friends kind of being creative and doing their things, which was really inspiring for me at the time. And then my brother ended up getting married, and he had a bachelor's party, and we ended up going out on his bachelor's party, and I ended up taking psychedelics the one evening with my family.
Okay.
And it was
That's
really
a different way of doing it.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
a different way of doing it. You don't hear that often, bro. Doing it with your family.
Yeah, it was with my father and my brother, and it was this like this tribal bond where I'd never really felt a connection to a tribe like that before. And it took me from this mundane view on life and popped me open to experience almost an overwhelm of color that this life has to offer us. And
such a dope way of putting it.
That's so cool.
nah, bro, but like legit, I thought the secret to life, coming from where I was the perfect surfboard. I really thought that was the secret to my happiness. Which, now I reflect back, I'm like, I wasn't too far off, Because it definitely feels a stoke,
Bro,
That's awesome.
I love how you put things in. And for even for like Groms and stuff, we've spoken a bit about Groms and stuff and upcoming surfers, and we've had some guys that have been on tour and stuff on the podcast before. But it's so rad what you say is like these artists out there or people out there are striving for this end goal to be on the tour and be sponsored and all this vibe, and you had all that at your feet, and then you're like, no, I don't, and I can relate to that, like Limpopo province, the boys are skating, we're doing some street, there's no comps and shit there, man. Bro, it takes you 2 weeks to get a fucking board or a new set of wheels or whatever. And
It's got to get shipped in.
It does. It takes you like 2 weeks to get it shipped. And they obviously send it next door. And then those guys keep it for 2 weeks and they don't even fluke you. But anyway, and then you go to a comp. We went to a comp at Thrashers in Pretoria. We did all right. Not as well as what we thought we'd do. But we did all right. And it just, the competitiveness of being in a competition, as far as just being at a park and just skating and just meeting those, it's fucking.
It's a totally different. You're putting so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Feel like there is a lot of pressure around, others looking upon you. But also, people tend to forget that you must do what you're made for. You feel inside like you felt inside, Rich. Exactly. What you were designed for. You stopped. You reflected. You're like, wait a second, this might not be for me. then you came to a conscious place and was like, okay, I must take a different route now.
Yeah.
And you almost went with that, that feeling of, okay.
That's guts, dude. Well done.
It is. It's
takes
your
guts.
intuition, Also, your intuition guides you so much, Like, so that whole...
How do you quiet yourself? Sorry to cut in here. But how do you quiet yourself down to hear that voice, to start trusting yourself? How do you, is it stuff that you do or...
Definitely conscious practices that we go through daily. It's more about consistency than anything else. It's like you go to gym. The first day you go to gym, you are sat when you walk out, and you know what? Next day is even worse, and the following day is probably even worse than that.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a very similar thing when it comes to clearing the mind, stilling the mind, and finding your center. You go through a process of motions, and everyone goes through their own process. We all have our own distractions. We all have our own things that consume our mind, and that rolls through us. But what works for me is meditation, where I focus on different breath cycles, because that helps me focus on something instead of thinking about something.
Okay, so that's the thing. You're trying to take the focus off the thought and put it onto something physical.
Yes, so focus on the breath, because through different Eastern philosophies, breath is considered prana, and prana is translated to life force. And and our life force is considered to be our spirit, So if you think about it, when you're breathing, you are inhaling and exhaling the spirit aspect of yourself, the metaphysical, the version that you can't see that connects us all.
Matt's learning.
So you literally just focus. You move your focus, and just in the gym, the first day you can only do 5 push-ups. Day 30 you can do 50 push-ups. Is the same with extending your focus on your breath.
So with meditation, your meditation is going to feel a bit wobbly and let's say a bit unsure, and then your 30th or 40th one, you're going to feel at peace and serene. Hey?
If you've got that willpower and commitment to persevere to day 30,
just start floating above the land, bro.
Next minute we're levitating around.
Yes,
who knows?
This is what we're here for. We're learning levitation, people.
Yes.
Fucking rad. Hope you guys are writing this stuff down. It's good stuff, because we get caught up in stuff that doesn't get us stoked.
And we can get lost in it.
End up spending so much fucking time thinking about it, and then we start taking life too seriously. I'm a big advocate on not taking life too seriously.
Yeah. We know this. It's such a gift, bro. It is such a gift.
But I think, like you said, with the meditation and stuff, it can be learned as well. One thing that I love to do is, I know for a fact that everyone is guessing. Everyone is living this life for the first time. That takes all the pressure off of me.
But how do you know we've only been here once?
Well, I can just check how the O's jaw. I can just check how the O's jaw. I've heard the answers. And I'm not saying that I've seen it all or done it all, but I know for a fucking fact that we are all living on this earth right now for the first fucking time. Where you go after this, I'm stoked to check that vibe.
Yeah.
But
level up.
But I mean, guys are doing stuff for the first time. That should take the pressure off of viewers, and get involved with people that get you stoked. Who gets you stoked, bro?
Oh, I'm feeling a lot more relaxed after that statement, bro.
That's so good. That's so good. We want you to feel at peace. We want you to be at peace, and you can be whoever you want to be here. But
before we carry on with your question there, Jacques, I just wanted to add that all these little life hacks and all these taking a step back moments must help you through each day, especially with challenges.
Yes.
Hugely. Just taking a step back, understanding and assessing a situation, and then approaching it in the right manner, because I feel like most people these days don't approach situations or people or their family in the right way. So it's more of a spiritual sense and way of living now. And man, you're a perfect example of this.
I really enjoy the way that you say step back, because if you think of like a universal law, as above so below, You know, you can translate that to as within, so without. So if you're taking a step back, you can actually go within and observe yourself before responding or acting. And
That's so dope. but
I love it.
it's really
I love
powerful
it.
stuff, you
That's
know,
amazing.
but it's a practice because it doesn't just happen. It's easy to speak about, but it's about doing the work, you know, sitting with yourself, getting a journal out and being like, okay, and you can dumb it down. You know, you can dumb it down and be like,
write some lyrics. or
what
something.
made me upset today? Write some lyrics down. Start writing about absolute random stuff that's just coming through because, like, I read something once upon a time that said the best way to get to know yourself is through writing.
Sick.
You know,
Right.
Because it takes time.
it takes time.
It takes
bro.
time.
It takes time, and it also takes thought. It's something that's not getting fed in, but something that you're putting out. And there's
Yeah,
a
we're
big difference.
taking in so much.
We're taking so much.
I love
So
that.
what
I
is
love it.
where's the creative outlet when you're taking in so fucking much?
Yeah, the journaling.
Rich.
Journaling is such a power tool. Inner
Love
tool, you know?
Yeah.
And you're spending time, you're investing in yourself. And wherever you invest time, you're going to get the fruit from that. Eh? So if you're investing time in yourself, I always also love the whole thing about you can't love other O's if you don't love yourself. Because you give what you have. Eh? So whatever you fill yourself with doubt, anxiety, worry, that's going to overflow into the people around you.
Yeah.
And
Or
there's-
you can't give what you don't have.
Yeah.
Same
If you
thing,
don't, if you
same
don't
thing,
have
yeah.
the love,
Yeah.
you're just gonna give all this worry and
Can't
worry
drink
and
from-
worry.
Can't drink from an empty cup, you know?
There we go.
I mean, you don't really care for someone when you tell them that you're worried about them, eh? Because you don't trust that O to live his own fucking best life, bro. Well, that is, he has been put in that jail. He's been put in that jail to jail this life.
Yeah.
So when you like, I'm worried about you, and I'm worried about you, and I'm worried about you. Oh, man.
You know,
So how would you approach it rather? Instead of saying I'm worried.
Hey, bro, what are you up to? Can I come and join you?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing. And
Yeah.
if I can't join you, tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm
Because
curious.
because that's how I get to love you more is I spend time with you. And time with you is getting to know you.
Yeah.
So like, what are you up to? What are you doing? What are you thinking about? I want to get to know you instead of like, this is what I think you should be doing. And these are the areas of your life that I'm worried about. Really? Like,
yeah, that's a beautiful approach, though. You know, you're approaching
Yeah.
it out of like curiosity.
yes.
You know, and that's what we need to be. I mean, the inner child is so curious all the time about everything. You know, it's questioning everything, even questioning the questions.
Yeah.
So it's like-
I might get these facts wrong, but I heard the one time that an average 4-year-old asks something like 700 questions a day.
That's dope.
That's it.
I might have these facts wrong. I'll go double check myself and see.
And then we get
but
taught to
I
like
heard
stop
so.
asking questions and just trust.
And just
Yeah.
Just listen and fucking trust. I've seen your life. It's a joke, you moron.
Do what you are told.
Fucking no, man. Come on, man.
Crazy, crazy.
You wanted to
would,
ask-
you would get O's passionate enough to get involved in what you're busy doing.
You wanted to ask Richie what gets him stoked, eh?
Yeah,
I'm very curious.
Well, he's already that ocean vibe, but 5 things I actually wanted to ask the bro. 5 things that you cannot live without at the moment. At the moment.
Yes.
At the
Obviously
moment.
changes. It fluctuates like a roller coaster.
Are these-
Life's a roller coaster.
Are
people.
these like human
Whatever the
necessities?
fuck, bro.
Like I need
Whatever.
I
No,
need I need
whatever.
to breathe. I need a drink.
No.
I need
no,
food.
no.
Everyone needs that shit. Man.
Shit that Richie loves, bro. 5 things that you got to have them at the moment, bro.
Ooh, that's a really cool question. I would say number 1 would be my surfboard.
Woo!
You know,
Don't go without that thing,
you know.
people. Please.
and then probably like put a little capsule around that and throw everything that I need for surfing
Yeah,
and
we
the
got
ocean
you.
in
We
that
got you.
little
We got
space.
you.
Fine, that can be
100%.
one.
So I don't have to use all my options up for like.
We're
more
gonna
tools
allow
and
that.
a
We're
whole
on
bunch
this
of
on
other
the
crap.
Stoked. We're gonna allow that.
Jar
We're
just
gonna
needs a little
fucking allow
genie
that.
cup. He'll make 5 of your wishes come true.
Let me know in the comments what wishes you guys have.
5 of them.
So
each.
first one,
God.
surfboard and all that other Kev shit.
So I would say, yeah, my surfboard. I would say a vehicle to get around and to explore this Earth we live on.
Bloody
We do.
marvelous.
Love it.
Good one.
My family,
We don't
family
explore
and
enough.
friends, my family and friends.
Sick.
You know, I really appreciate the tribe that support me, and as much as they change and they shift to my experience and to my journey, I really appreciate all of those that are part in sharing my current space.
Bloody marvelous. Yo's are on there. You
guys-
fucking made it.
Yeah, every single one of yours.
The family O's made it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Because it's mad. You know, the
Yeah,
community
bro.
is such an important part of this human experience.
100%.
You know, connection, community, networking, building together.
100%.
You know, that's why I commend you, Oz, for the Stoked podcast so deeply, because you guys are connecting.
Dankie, man, yeah.
Such a beautiful community, so many beautiful people together. You know, the like-minded vibes that you guys are attracting is just epic.
Thanks,
epic.
Rich.
Shot, man, yeah.
But I've only done.
nice. I told you it was nice. I told you.
But I've only done three of my things. The last two are a bit of a puzzle for me.
Three's good though, eh?
Three is good. You know?
Three is good.
Especially on the spot questioning is quite a something.
Yeah.
That's what happens at the
master.
Stoked, eh? You get put on the fucking spot.
Yeah.
Ask you about your life.
Yeah, but you're right. Those are some important things that you've listed there. The people around you, man, sir.
You know, I would actually, something that I'm really stoked about right now is myself.
Hell yeah.
I'm stoked where I'm at. I'm stoked with the self-love
I fucking love that.
that
Yes.
I put into myself. I'm stoked
Yeah.
with the boundaries I've set with my relationships, my business relationships.
Yeah.
I'm stoked with my morning routine that makes me so stoked every day.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
You
yes,
know?
dude.
Gratitude in the
Gratitude
morning.
every day for as much as possible. And you know what? When someone pisses me off, I thank them
Yeah.
because they're showing me a part of myself that is a shadow aspect.
Just another place
Sure.
for you to express and
Sure.
practice your empathy and compassion for
Cheers
someone
to
else
that,
when
my
they get
friend,
angry at you.
Cheers to that, bro.
Love it.
Blessings.
Rich, that's amazing, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and those are the things that I'm really stoked with at the moment.
And you're joining a podcast at the moment as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, not without giving too much. Obviously, we'll put that in the little bio at the bottom. So please go check it out. We always, please, we say go and support these people. Are fucking awesome that we have on here. And they're doing a lot by supporting us. So please, we want to say, as a community, go out there, support them. They're doing some fucking wild stuff. Take them for a beer, hang out with them. These people are fucking naughty people. Yeah, the podcast. Richie's podcast.
So tell us, what's a podcast about there, Rich?
So firstly, it's called the Consciousness Club.
Oh yeah.
And the intention behind it is to kind of break down the mechanics of this human experience. Connect with people that are willing to share the deep aspects of their own experience, their own understandings of their universe. And I say their universe because I deeply believe that we are all our own universes,
Yeah.
living in a multiverse,
Bliksem.
co-creating this crazy.
Everyone's a universe
crazy.
in a multiverse.
That's it. That's
Fucking
it. That's it. Yeah, you know, it's that.
That's
It's
fucking
that
beautiful.
complicated. It's that powerfully created.
That
and
doesn't
it's
sound
that
complicated at all to me, bro. That sounds like I can actually make sense of it all now. bro.
yeah.
intelligent. Yeah.
That
well,
makes a lot more fucking sense.
Because we're all having our own experiences. You know,
I
we're
like
coming
that.
together and we're sharing it. Then we're creating, we're feeding off each other's energy. So
and that's the kind of stuff that we want to break down, share, and kind of get into the nuts and bolts about through the Consciousness Club. We do have more than just a podcast that we're going to be branching out of. We're going to be doing consciousness workshops, breath workshops,
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
energy body education, you know, how the subtle information body and energy moves through us and how that relates to our emotions and how it creates mental stimulation, neurostimulation that you think in certain patterns. And you know, we
Sure.
try and break down
Incredible, right?
yeah, we try and break down these aspects and understand them and kind of connect through them because we all know these things in our own way. You know, we all have a piece to this greater puzzle, and we're
That's
just
sick.
we're just trying to
That's sick.
piece the puzzle together, really. You know,
Yeah,
and every single one of us is a puzzle piece.
yeah,
All we got to
amazing.
do is
God.
do this and chat.
exactly.
And
Just
it's
chat,
the most
share
amazing thing.
experiences.
O's,
Check
get
balances.
involved. That all sounds like a fucking party to me.
Yeah.
If you've been trying the same shit and you're having the same results,
Do
change
something
something, bro.
Change
the
it.
way.
Man.
Change the old thoughts, change the old activities,
Let it
change
out.
the mates,
Let it
change
go.
the fucking magazines.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, get some other stuff to fuel the body then.
Yeah,
bro.
I think we need to get more in depth on like another episode with Rich.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like we can do an easy 2-hour session with Rich.
But that's why we take these fucking guests that we have. We're
Oh.
extracting their stoke.
Take it, take it, take it, take
We are
it.
just
We had a share. We had a share. We had a
Love
share.
Waves lately, you been catching some?
Bro.
Durban was firing. Oh, yeah, on Happy Ocean Day.
Happy Ocean
So,
Day.
so obviously it's not going to be Ocean Day. Calm down, calm down. It's not Ocean Day for you. This fucking podcast comes a week later.
Yeah.
So calm your
Yeah.
teats. But it should be Ocean Day every day.
It should be.
But how
That's
kiff that
it.
we got Richie on an Ocean
You
Day.
know, on this Ocean Day, I want to say one thing about another thing that I offer. You know, having awakened to this energy realm, the realm of spirit consciousness, rather.
God consciousness.
God
yeah.
consciousness, divine consciousness, you know, the energy that this world comes from. I started helping people, or started learning how to help people.
That's what I love, man.
Through this. And I started a organization called Ocean and Surf Therapy. And
Saw that, that's
we use the ocean as a medium to process stagnant energy, trauma that we embody, confusion, mental fogginess, you know, and we're all about like mental awareness, physical optimal operating, mental clarity, and connection. The biggest one is connection, you know.
Yeah.
Connection to the self,
Donkey.
connection to the ocean and your environment.
I think we've learned a lot on this podcast today.
Bro, you blew our fucking minds.
Kaboom.
Hey?
You know, it just came through. Thank you
I
guys
love
for
it.
holding the space. so
That's
this
why
could
we
all come
get you
through.
those on here, man, because you're just so fucking gnarly, man. That's why we do
This
what
is
we
the most
do.
high fives we've given.
Bro. And this is
Self
why we
high
do the
fives
Stoked
even.
podcast, because of guys like Richie. And yeah, just thank you again for joining us. It's been an absolute fucking pleasure. We know you're doing some really gnarly stuff. You know Oak cares for his community when he's offering of himself to the people around him and saying get involved. Especially in the surroundings that we have, and like you said, ocean therapy, boys from Small Steps surfing, they also got that vibe going.
Yeah.
And what a beautiful space to be able to get
Amazing.
into,
Yeah.
to heal yourself. Don't bullshit yourself, people. We've all got a little bit of broken. We've all got a little bit of trauma. You're not alone. You're fucking not alone. We are stoked to tell you that you're not alone. And there are things like that, what Richie's offering that can just help you free yourself from that cuck.
That's it. That's it. And everyone out there, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Woo!
Show your friends. We love you guys. So once again, from me, Jacques, and Richie,
Donkey Mensa, you
we outta
sexy
here.
fuckers.
Namaste.
We love yous. Go
Karate
have a-
chop.
Go have a good day. Buy someone a fucking beer and keep smiling. Stoked.
Stoked.
I'm feeling kind of like stoked.